2020 NFL Draft, we now have time to revisit the top 10 picks and discuss our predictions for how they will fare as rookies. Which rookie from the top 10 do you believe will have the most impact on their team?
2025.
And we're only doing the top 10, so they don't say shit about Shador.
You don't call me out like that. You knew I was going to say that. Top 10 picks, man. The one that's going to have the biggest impact, I would say I think it's going to be Abdul Carter. And I hate saying that as a Cowboys fan, but with the help that he has from Banks and my other guy, I can't think of the tackle name right now, whatever his name is, but they were showing footage of them in training camp. I've just been watching some training camp stuff. That front four that the Giants got is reminiscent of when they went on their Super Bowl runs. If Abdul Carter is as good as advertised, and he's looking like it in training camp, so I think he's going to have the biggest impact. That front four for the Giants is going to be a problem for everybody that they play, mainly the NFC East. I'm terrified of that. And if I had to go to one person I thought wasn't going to perform, the hyperbolic me wants to say Cam Ward, but I do like his attitude, and I think that he will be able to do something in Tennessee. So I'll go with the easiest answer and go with Mason Graham from the Browns. Terrible pick. Yeah, terrible pick. He could have 7 sacks this season, and I still would feel like that was a disappointment because they could have did something with that pick that would have resulted more in a Mason Graham. I don't
like
see
Shador?
No, yeah, like hey, since you said it, but no, just like they could have did a lot more with that pick and to settle on that defensive tackle. I seen a couple of Michigan games this year. Dude didn't jump off the page at all to be a top 10 pick, and for them to settle with him to pair with Myles Garrett, like it just don't work. I feel like he's going to be the biggest disappointment
because of how they use him. I would say Genty.
Because of how they use him. Oh my bad.
And also but no, just because of the offensive system with Pete Carroll, I think Genty's going to have the biggest gaudy numbers. Like I think Abdul Carter, he's going to have a great year. I just think that long term, Abdul Carter is going to win out that. But in terms of right for this year, to answer Ken's question, Genty, because he's going to be like the Marshawn Lynch for that team.
I agree. I think if we're talking impact, I think the biggest impact we're going to see is going to be Cam Ward, because the Tennessee Titans have been lackluster at quarterback since Steve McNair. Let's be honest. Since Steve McNair, they've been lackluster. Not saying that they haven't had the Kerry Collins of the world and
Young.
The Tannehill, Vince Young, you know what I'm saying? But those guys were lackluster. Like they never wore that guy. And I think Cam Ward is going to be that guy. Not saying that he's going to make him into a playoff contender year one, but I think that we're going to see enough jump off that page that's like, oh, snap, you get this man a wide receiver, a decent O-lineman, or a tight end, or a running back, and it's like you're going to have to contend with this guy for a long time. So I think he has immediate impact. One other person that I will say, and I don't disagree with you, Spike, with Abdul Carter, but I'm going to say Travis Hunter. I don't know if y'all been seeing the reports from minicamp and stuff. He's dominating literally offense and defense. Like he's literally dominating. So I think that and again, we've never seen nothing like that to see how many snaps he gets on both sides of the ball. But Jacksonville has needed wide receiver help, and they need DB help. So it's a 2-for-1er. So I think Travis Hunter is going to have major impact on that squad too.
Okay. I think the Panthers receiver is going to be trash. I can't even say his name, McMillan.
Oh, you don't think McMillan going to be good?
No.
Shit.
T-Mac and Jimmy Horn?
McMillan gonna be good, Ken. That's my sleeper. That's my sleeper after
so often talent can go to an organization and they can be trash, but it's really just the organization. Just it's not conducive to success. Like, I don't know, man. Like when Adam Thielen is like able to go to your organization and be the primary receiver.
They got Horn too, though. Now, like they revamped that position.
Sure, but what's his name? Leggett doesn't look like he can catch for real. Like, they use that nigga as more of a prop to speak than actually like show his highlights. Say like, yo, say something.
Yeah, but
Listen to
they
him
got two
talk
guys.
fascinating.
They got two guys in this draft that I think could really play ball. Not saying that Jimmy Horn is a number one wide receiver, but he's a burner.
number two.
You know what I'm saying? At
Number
minimum,
three
you know
spot.
he could take over the top, and then T Mac Spike, the guy you like, he has the qualities of a number one wide receiver.
He got
Does he
the
have the
skill set.
temperament or the mentality? That's yet to be determined. But if we're looking at the physical package, he
Can
has that.
Bryce
And then
Young get him the ball? That's gonna be the problem.
you know what? From what I seen from Bryce Young after the benching,
He showed me something.
I'm fine with Bryce
agree
Young.
with that.
Yeah,
Yes, I do agree with that.
yeah, I don't think Bryce Young is no longer the overarching issue. It's going to be ownership first, and then head coach, and then scheme. You know, but I do think that they put their best foot forward this offseason to make Bryce's game or make his job as easy as possible. I do think they helped him out this offseason.
If I, you know, what's crazy? If I could swap two QBs who need like not just on some like fantasy dominant, you know, team type shit, but guys that truly need new scenery, I would swap Miami and Carolina's QBs immediately. Immediately, I feel like Bryce Young would benefit from Josh. What's his name?
McDaniel.
Josh McDaniels, and then I feel like Tua would benefit from just having no eyes on him. Just like, yo, just go and play football, and like the pressure of Miami seems like it's just too much for him, bro. Personally,
too many big stars over there. Nobody in Carolina is established. Like, you know, Tyreek Hill's a name. Like, you know, like he's a diva.
Jalen Waddle is theoretically supposed to be a star. Like, you know what I'm saying?
One of the
like,
top paid receivers in the league. Yeah, when you have that, you're supposed to perform, and I think that's too much for Tua.
You know what I'm saying? And now they're putting expectations on them. But I would swap them so easily. Just so you need to be in this offensive system because they can help you grow, and you need to just go chill. Like,
that's a good scenario right there, Q. I think that would be fantastic for both of them. Like, you get Bryce Young down in Miami because the same thing that you're saying is too much for Tua. I think Bryce Young needs that. Like, being in Carolina is like, bro, like,
shit whack.
I came from Alabama. Yeah, I came from Alabama. I was a high, like, I've been in the upper echelon, and now I'm playing in Carolina with like what's the dude name? Did you say his number one receiver? Adam Thielen.
Yeah, come on, man.
Like I'm playing with Adam Thielen now. I think Bryce Young would be rejuvenated going to Miami, and I feel like Tua would be more comfortable in Carolina.
Yeah,
I feel like that's a great one.